This session is called Setting Up Goals and Revenue Tracking. And in this session, you're going to be learning about how you can use Google Analytics and, in this case, WordPress to set up tracking for both goal pages and also tracking revenue. If you're using another content management system, don't worry, the process is essentially the same, and the Google Analytics part of the process is the most important, but we will be using WordPress for the purposes of this demo. So as you've learned in our other videos, tracking is essential to running any effective SEO campaign that's going to drive business and not just traffic. We want to focus on doing things that are driving business and revenue and not just a lot of worthless visits. So unless you're not interested in making money from your blog or your online business, having the proper tracking set up is absolutely essential to knowing what's working so you can do more of what's working and more of what's driving revenue and driving business. Okay, so let's look at how you can set up goal pages and tracking in Google Analytics. So what I have here is the dashboard of our demo WordPress site. I'm going to pop over to Google Analytics, and you can see here is just a basic standard dashboard of a newly installed Google Analytics account. And what I want you to do is pop over here to Admin. Now from Admin, you're going to click Goals. Now you can see here there's a few different goal sets, and in each goal set, there are a number of goals that you can set. So we're just going to go to goal set 1 and click Add Goal. So the type of goal that we're going to create is a URL destination goal. So this is what we're going to want to do. We're going to just type in a goal name, and in this case, we'll use purchase. And then we'll click URL destination. And that pops up the next dialog here, which is where we're going to type in the goal's URL. So typically you're going to be using a thank you page. So someone purchases something from your site and then they land on a thank you page. Well, we don't have a thank you page yet. So let's go over here and build one. So I created this page, the dog training guide, only $37, and a click here to buy button. But there's no thank you page yet. So let's pop over here and click Pages, Add New. And let's simply name it Thank You. Thanks for purchasing our ebook. Very simple. Click Publish, and we'll click View Page. So there we go. There's our little thank you page. Now, if you look in Google Analytics, the goal URL, what we're going to do is a head match. And then what we'll do is copy this bit of the URL. So you don't need to include the domain name. There's a little description here. For yoursite.com/thankyou, you just enter thankyou.html. In our case, this is the part of the URL we're going to want to do. So the next thing we'll want to do is set the goal value. Since we know that this book costs $37, we're going to want to tag that here. So we'll type in 37. Then we'll click Save. So now we have a purchase goal right here running. So we'll pop back over to standard reporting, move down here, conversions, goals, and overview. And you can see here, of course, there's no data because we just set this up, but over time it will collect and it will show us all of the different transactions. It'll show where the traffic is coming from and who's converting and whatnot, just by setting up a simple thank you page and then coming over here to Admin, Goals, and then setting this simple goal up of saying, when anybody visits this URL, we know that that's worth $37. So we want you to track that and track it all the way back to the refer, to the keyword, and so on and so forth. So very simple process, but very powerful in terms of reporting. So now I'm going to pop over to our demo site, tfrog.com, which has had goal tracking set up for a little while, so you can see what this looks like with some data. Okay, you see here, here's some goals that have been set up: completed transaction, newsletter sign up, or wholesale request. These are all very important metrics that we're going to want to be tracking here. So let's take a look at standard reporting and goal overview. And you can see here some goals and the conversion rate. Here's the goal completions, depending on where they came from. Okay, now that we have a little data, I actually want to take this one step further and show you some custom reports that are really great for SEO. Now, we covered this in another video. We covered building these custom reports. So if you're interested in learning how to build these custom reports, please check out our other video on using Google Analytics to track SEO. So what I'm going to do is click keywords. And over here, we've got goal completions, and we can simply sort by goal completions. And we can see by keyword how many goal completions are happening. And this is what's going to happen over time. As you focus on your SEO, you're going to start driving traffic from different keywords. Those keywords are all going to convert at different rates. And you can see the conversion rate is wildly different per keyword. And this is going to be very insightful for you. You're going to know what's working, not just to drive traffic, but to drive the most amount of goal completions. If you have a number of different goals with different goal values, you might say, okay, well, this one's only driving 100 visits, but they're buying our most expensive product. So we're actually getting more money for that particular keyword. So you know to focus on doing your optimization to that keyword. Again, really, really great, insightful data. And all you had to do to set it up, and I'll show you just one more time, is admin, goals, and then come over here and set up a URL destination goal and set the amount of money that that's worth. So that's all for today. That's everything you really need to know to set up goals and revenue tracking in Google Analytics. I highly recommend that you set this up early in the process. By setting this up before you start doing SEO, you're going to have all the data you need to make decisions down the road. One of the downsides of Google Analytics is it is a forward-moving collection. So when you set something up, it only gives you data from that point forward. So definitely get your Google Analytics set up your goal pages and your revenue tracking early on before you start doing any real heavy SEO. That way, 1, 3, 6 months down the road, you're going to really have some insightful data and you're going to really love looking through it and seeing, wow, I spent all this time on this one keyword and it didn't really drive in much business, but this one over here is just killing it. So really, really insightful stuff. But again, I wanted to reinforce that point. Make sure you set it up early in the process so that you don't miss out on any data.